All right, everybody, I have a new project for you, and we're going to do a really basic program with Scratch. You're going to develop your own program. If you've never done any coding, Scratch is a really uh, easy but very powerful program developed by MIT. And we're going to take a crack at creating a program where you animate your name. All right. So just so you know, under this assignment, there will eventually be a video here. The video that will be here is the one that we are creating right now. So that's why it's not showing up there. You will be able to access the instructions here, which could evolve a little bit. And then you're going to add them add the assignment into here. I'll show you how to add a link and turn it in so that I can actually see it. I'm going to have a little helper today. My daughter is a sixth grade student in a neighboring district, and she's a really good Scratch programmer. So she's going to demonstrate how to animate a name and show you guys how to be creative. And of course, you can expand upon this and add some other things to make it your own as well too. So that hopefully you have fun. So here we go.
Okay, to create your project, you're going to start by clicking the Create button at the very top of your screen. You may have to click it twice. And it's going to bring up a screen with all these codes, and you want to get rid of the cat over here because you don't need it, so you're going to hit the trash button by the cat. So now you're starting with a fresh start. So you want to choose a backdrop in the beginning. You're going to go down to this little canvas button at the bottom. It'll say choose a backdrop. You're going to click on that. And you can choose all sorts of stuff. It's sorted at the top, so if you want to do sports, you can choose that. But I'm just going to go with something simple. I'm going to choose art. Okay, and you want to choose your first letter now. So go down to the little cat at the bottom. It's going to say choose a sprite. And you're going to choose the letter. So I'm just going to do name because that's 4 letters long. So you can choose all types. I'm going to choose the bold N. And you can drag it wherever you want. So if like you want to do a diagonal, you can do it down. I'm just going to do a simple across. Okay. You're going to go over to the side then, and you're going to click where it says events. It's a yellow button. And you're going to click the button and drag it over where it says when the sprite clicked. And then you can do a lot of stuff with this one button. It's going to say change color effect by 25, and it's going to have an arrow by it. So you can click on that, and you can do fisheye, world, pixelate, mosaic, brightness, or ghost. I'm just going to stick with color for now, and you can change how much it is. I'm just going to keep it on 25. So then every time you want to check like what your project is looking like, you're going to hit the green flag at the top. So check that. So every time I click it, it's going to be a different color. So you're going to go back down to the choose a sprite button and choose a new letter. Let me choose this type this time. And these more like natural ones, I guess I'm going to call them skinny ones, they're smaller than every other one, so you may want to change the size. So there's going to be like a little toolbar under where you're working, and it's going to say size there. It's probably going to be at 100 because that's what most are at, but I'm going to change it to 125. And now it's as big as the other one. So now I can go back over to the events button and click when the sprite clicked and drag it over. Oh. This time I'm gonna change it up, and I'm gonna do a sound. So I'm gonna go over to the pink button that says sound and start sound. And you can record one, so you want to allow it to use your microphone. And you can record a random sound, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to choose my own sound. So at the top, it's going to say code, costumes, and sounds right over here. And I'm going to click sounds. At the very bottom, there's going to be a volume looking thing, and you're going to click choose a sound. You're going to get a whole lot of sounds. You don't want to go into loops because that's just going to play over and over. So I'm just going to choose, I'm going to type in I'm going to choose that sound. And it's not going to pop up there right away. So you're going to want to click on the arrow, and then your thing is going to be there. And if you recorded a sound, it's going to say recording one, so you're just going to want to click on that. So now I'm going to hit the green flag again, and changes its color, and A plays a sound. Okay. I'm going to switch it up this time. I'm going to mix two together. So do the letter M, and I'm going to make it change its color and play a sound. So when the sprite clicked, change color effect, you're going to go back up to looks, change color effect by 25 or whatever you want, or actually, yeah, I'll do color effect. And I'm also going to add a sound with it. So start sound, I'll make my own one this time just to show you what it is. So I'll do a clap. You're going to hit save if you like it, and you're going to go back to code on the side, and you're going to hit what it says, meow, whatever sound it says, that arrow, and it's going to say recording 1. So you're going to click on that again. It's just going to keep doing that. And for my last one, I'm going to go down, choose an E, this E. I'm going to change how it turns. So when the sprite clicked, drag that back over. This time you're going to go to control, which is right under it. You're going to drag over the repeat button, and I'm just going to keep it on 10, but you're going to go back to looks, and this one's going to change the size. So whatever you want to change the size by, that's what you're going to type in. So change size right here. I'm going to do 15, and then I'm going to get another repeat button. It's going to repeat 10 times again, and this time, because you want it to go back to what it was, you're going to do negative 15 or whatever number you did. Okay. Well, let me just see if that checks it, if it works again. I'm going to full screen it this time. So, N changes its color. It has a sound. M does a sound and changes its color. And E grows and shrinks back. You can do all sorts of stuff, like you can make it move. You can make the letter move across the screen for that one. I'm just going to show you how to do that quick. For that one, like let's just say I wanted to add another letter quick. This one's going to be really quick. Just going to do G. Oops. This one, you're going to go over to when the sprite clicked, and this time we're going to go to operators at the bottom, or no, you're going to go to sounds and start sound meow, or move 10 steps, so motion, move 10 steps, move 10 steps again, and then we're going to do meow again. Sure, sound meow. Okay, so change color, bark. So that's how you're gonna animate your name.
Okay, so I'm back now. So one quick thing before I show you guys how to hand this in. I want to remind you that each one of these sprites, which these letters are sprites, each one of these contains their own program, right? So this one for N is different than this one for A, or this one for M, or this one for E, or this one for G, right? That's how it works. So when you click start up here, that turns all of the programs on. And as you click through these, then it allows it to do the different things that you want it to do. Now this one's jumping around on the screen. All right, so at this point, we have to hand it in, all right? Now, one of the things that we should do is we should give this a name. We should call this animated name, and then your first name. Actually, let's do this. Let's call it your first name, and please do this. Your last name, animation. Let's call it that. First name, last name, animation. Okay? So you can either click Save Now, or you can do File, Save Now. All right? And there it is. So it takes a moment to save. If you want to see your projects, if you go over to your login and you go to My Stuff, anything that you created should show up in here. And it does take a moment sometimes, so I'm going to pause. Oh, there we go. It's right there. So this was just a random one that we had. Here's the animation. So in order to bring it back up, you're going to just go ahead and click this. And so that I'm able to see this, and it will take a moment potentially to open up. There we go. In order for me to see this, if you just come up here and click, and you do a Control Copy on your keypad, right? So again, you don't notice it here, but from here, you just come up and click it and do a Control C, Control Copy. When you go back to hand it in, I want you guys from within the assignment to go add or create a link. You can go Control V, which pastes that link there, and you can go ahead and click that. And then finally, all you have to do is click Turn In and turn in. Now I want to show you guys something. This is with my student account. Here's with my teacher account. Let me bring this up. So if I go in here and I look, sorry, student work. I only have it assigned to this one person, but just so you guys know, that's my MS Tech Ed student account. If I click that, now I am, we have an error. That's really nice. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on there. Let's try that again. I think I clicked on it too quickly, so I just went back to here. When I click now, hopefully everybody cross their fingers. There it is. So now it pops up and I'm able to run it on my end, and I'm able to have it do all the same things that it did on your end as well too. All right. So please remember to save it as your name, so that I know who you are, your first and your last name too, because I have multiple kids with the same first name. Please also remember that you need to hand it in through here, right? Make sure that you attach your work. That's super, super important. So be creative with it. Don't be afraid to, add your own bit of information to it, your own creativity with it, and most importantly, have fun with it. You guys have a great day.